What's happening? What's going on? K Mega 45 coming to you live from the 405. There we go. Shit, I was waiting for that. Anyway, what's happening with y'all? K Mega 45 coming to you live from the 405, where I'm just your regular gamer talking to the intelligent gamers out there. If for people who haven't listened to my video Sunday, I'm going to repeat some of it for sure. And then I'm sure that, I can't wait for when we talk about it on GRG and hear everybody else's thoughts on it. But I do have to say, we had this tipsy-turvy, crazy situation in regards with Game Pass and how so many people just came in on it. And listen, I know I don't even like that term Xbox tax, but we got to keep this thing really legit. There is a crazy, and I mean crazy amount of disdain for the Xbox brand amongst people. It's nuts. And I'm just trying to figure out, regardless of what people think about Xbox, good, bad, or indifferent, right? But when did we get to a point to where value should not be that people that don't have the income or the status to get or receive value looked at and looked frowned upon? I don't know that. What's up with you, Big Bad Mo? Yes, and appreciate you coming through. You know what I'm saying? We'll have to say my bad about Fight Night. I had my crash out moment. It's over with. I had to get that off my chest. We good. We moving back on. But anyway, matter of fact, I have not got a chance to play with Fakaroon. I think that's how you pronounce his name in Tekken. So I will probably try. I'm thinking maybe tonight, maybe. I don't know. If it's not tonight, definitely Thursday. So we will see it. But anyway, getting back to my point, because I do want to talk about numerous things, but I just want to, it blows my mind. I'm looking at people in the gaming industry within, and I also have to do a correction. I got to back up a little bit because when I did the video Sunday and I was talking about the dev, the former dev that was with Arcane, he was gone in 2017. He was the founder of Prey and of Dishonored, and I think his name is Ralph something, right? So for me to sit there and to say that he had something to do with Redfall is a mistake, but he's still complicit to me in the sense of, you tell people that Game Pass is bad for gaming, but the studio that you left, you had no part of this game. Or maybe you did. I have no idea. You know what I'm saying? This game has been in development for a while. But this, in games like this, is the reason why gamers are looking at things like, hold up, I want to go to something that's more familiar. And I just look at it from a standpoint, and also, this is College 2026. Check it out, and let me know what you guys think about it. I enjoy the hell out of it. I've been seeing a lot of people post a lot of stuff. I'll talk about that here a little bit later, but let me continue on this. I know I'm bouncing back. Sorry, guys. I'm just sitting here just trying to understand, though, why people in the industry do not like people having something of value. Okay, if we have people in the gaming spots, like I said Sunday, was that we got people that receive free games or eBay for free games and get those games, review copies or just donations, whatever the case may be, and then shit on regular gamers who can't buy all these games. We know this. There's people that get on the internet and will get in there and high side as though they got deep pockets like that. And we know better. And this whole assertion that there is that games or games lose quality or things like that, when we already have an industry that's telling you we have to cut back on the money that we're spending on game development, while we're going to charge you more money for that game that's going to take a pay cut from game development. How does that make sense? What up with you, Hokage? You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me see. Yeah, I think my headphones on. Check and see if anybody else. Okay, it's just me. And that's, to me, it's just it's very confusing. On top of the fact, when you have people within the industry, and listen, I understand that there's people that don't like Game Pass, and that's fine, and they don't like services, and that's fine. But when we get to a point to where we got a group of people that just jumps in, especially the gaming media, that wanted to be all on the front page, on the headlines, on the stage of sitting there telling people, yo, Game Pass is not sustainable. It's not profitable. We tried to tell you. And then here comes doom and gloom, Xbox gamers. Here comes PlayStation gamers that don't like Xbox. Here comes other people from all different types of all entities coming out, wanting to point this out and say Game Pass needs to go away. Then all of a sudden, here within, I guess, the next day or whatever, or within the same, 12 hours or something like that, the article, they had to change Windows Central and Drudge, or I don't know where he's actually at or whatever, what site he's from, but they had to change it and say, yo, we made a mistake here. We made a mistake. It is profitable. And so then there's people that was just going crazy, and then they're deleting tweets and things like that. And people was like, the internet is a joke sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. We know this. It is insane. Listen, I'm old enough to know about all different types of bargains and deals and services that people could get that sometimes seemed like it was almost unreal. Like you thought you was getting hustled. Case in point, I was sitting there talking to my wife about the situation yesterday. And we was talking about, and she brought up about Publishers Clearinghouse. And I know that some of you young cats know nothing about that. But Publishers Clearinghouse used to sell music. And they did it at one time for video games, I believe. But they did it with music. You could sign up, and you could, and it was movies and music for sure. And like I said, I think they did it for video games for just slightly. You wouldn't get as many video games as you would for movies or music. But Publishers Clearinghouse, you would sign up. You would get this literature in the mail. Like, this show you how long ago this was. You get literature in the mail, and they would offer you, like, you could get 100 CDs for like $10. Just join this and subscribe, $10, $20. And like 100 CDs, like 100 music, you can pick and choose, and you get this stuff like every month, or you get a whole big pack or something like that. Man, and I didn't believe it until my mom did it, right? Yes, I know, Big Bad Mom. And that's the thing that's crazy. Like, people would, like, and my mom signed up for it, and next thing you know, I seen all these CDs, CDs that, I like Jody Watley, Whitney Houston, and Shalimar, and just tons of just different music. And so my mom even asked me, hey, if there was some music you were talking about. And so I brought up some albums and stuff like that, and some of them weren't, because some of the stuff was like hip hop, when hip hop was just now like getting into form. And so, like, there wasn't some of those hip hop albums that I was looking for, like Coogee Rap Polo, stuff like that. But they did have Run DMC. You could get like all different types of music. It didn't matter the genre. Just hip hop was still kind of new, and people would still kind of think it was a fad right back then. So you only had just a few. Maybe I think I got Big Daddy Kane out of there too, out of that list. But anyway, it was 100 CDs. that you got. You signed into a service. Nobody was complaining back then that that was crippling the music market. Same thing is going for what I said Sunday was that, like, you look at Blockbuster, you look at you look at Blockbuster, you look at the Hollywood videos, you look at the mom and pop video rental stores that rented out video games. You look at Redbox. Nobody at the time was over there saying that those things crippled the market. The one entity that crippled the market that became huge or put a dent in the market or hurt developers was GameStop because of their practices and what they did. But even then, you would have some developers come out and say, man, that hits hard, blah, 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 blah. But there was no, well, I wish GameStop would go away. I wish that would go, because, you know, in the sense of things is that it was almost in a sense advertisement. You would go to GameStop, you would go get a game, people would trade their games in, they would go get a game or two, most likely it was a game, just one. You would trade so many games and then you would get maybe one game that you're looking for, and then maybe two, as a point how many games you traded. And then you would get that game, even though you're taking a chance on this game, and then if the game was good, you would guarantee you get that sequel. That was a different form of advertisement, but that was sad. But we weren't seeing this type of disdain like people are talking about with Game Pass. One reason I know for sure why some people don't like Game Pass is because of the fact that they don't have it on their platform, right? Like PlayStation gamers would not even, they would brag about Game Pass every damn day. And then when I look and you read people's venom and they talk about, see, subscription services killed the music industry. Now, it's according to who you talk to. You talk to some of these younger artists out here, these services is making them more profitable than ever. You talk to some of these older cats some of these older artists and they're used to where they were generating money off of CDs, records, and cassette tapes or whatever. They probably don't like the service, but there's a lot of things too that it can be looked at from a positive or a negative. Like, for one, if the way that people are getting paid, like, some of these artists don't just kind of move away from the industry and do their own type of music, and the people vibe to it, and then next thing you know, some of these kids out here are millionaires, and that even had to deal with the industry. But then you look at the flip side of how the music industry was, and it still is, and how they disrespect artists and treat artists. You just go back and look at all different types of artists that got just mistreated, just taken to task. So it's crazy to me that people sit here and try to demagogue or put this big ugly face of a service that gives value to gamers, and we're sitting here trying to say that that's bad. I don't get it. I don't get it. When there's been rental stuff like GameFly, and when not Blockbuster, when Netflix first was on the scene, they was doing with this with movies and things that. Listen, you know what? It just baffles the mind of where we at. Like, even within politics, there are people that are willing to hurt their own interests to try to think that they're hurting somebody else, because these rich billionaires is telling us, oh, you know what? We know better than the common folk. It's wild. Like, this timeline is crazy to me. So, I just don't understand it, how some people could sit here and say, like I said, I'm not trying to tell anybody to love and like a Game Pass like that. If you don't like it, you don't like it. That's fine. But to be adamant of saying that it needs to fail, that gamers that are out there that has an opportunity to play games that they have never got a chance to play before, or will not spend the type of money on these type of games to play them, or just can't afford that because of the fact that they just don't have, they got other things they got to take care of. I don't understand it. I really don't. Bro, man, Fifth Floor, he says GameStop ran by the mafia, brother. Man, that's why they weren't saying nothing. That made sense. Husky says, I know for a while there I only bought stuff from GameStop, used games. It was rare if I bought a new game. That's what I'm trying to say, bro. I still bought new games, but you know when I started to really start buying new games, when they became digital. I would buy new games on occasion at GameStop. My thing was I had a library of games, not nowhere near as big as I have now. And that's the crazy thing about it. Even when Game Pass is, I'm all in on Game Pass. I have more video games than I've ever had in my entire life. As a person who was able to start buying games when I was 13 years old, cutting lawns. Never had a library this substantial and this big. So listening to people make these dumbass excuses, they condition. I read this comment and I was like, this dumb fool. They condition those people to say, yeah, I can't wait to play it, but is it on Game Pass? Well, it was the same thing that people were saying. If it's, hey, is it at Blockbuster? I want to try it out. I want to play it. I don't get some of these people's logic. Like, what are you talking about? Y'all act like y'all balling on like y'all, man, I swear, when the average income in this country is $87,000 a year, the average. And that's with a household, that's with a husband, a wife, or just, what I'm saying, just a family of two, significant other, or a family of three, with one or two kids or no kids, whatever. 87, and that is primarily for white Americans. If you go into the demographic of people of color, it's lower. And we got fools out here that's on the internet that's in here talking about, that got people gassed up talking about, I got, a guy gotta make what? 100K, 200K in order for me to, good luck. Good luck. Like, these people really got a lot of people gassed up on bullshit. Yeah, saying Stanley saying isn't PlayStation Plus PlayStation's version of Game Pass? In a sense, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a bargain. I see my homeboys sit there and they bring up about, oh man, there was this one game on here I was playing on PlayStation. It was kind of cool, and I was like, oh, what was it? And what was it? It was Horizon Zero Dawn. When they had Horizon, I'm on Forbidden West. When they had Forbidden West on PlayStation Plus. He was like, oh, that was kind of cool. I kind of dug that. And I'm like, well, why don't you get it? I ain't trying to pay no money like that. Not for that. You know what I like. So PlayStation people do it too. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it is baffling. It blows my mind. Like, and these developers in the gaming media is just so irate when it comes to Game Pass doing anything good for the community, for the gaming community. They like to break down if this product is profitable enough to where they say, well, the first party, this, that, and the third isn't what. I'm like, are y'all kidding me? Now, I get the whole layoff thing with Microsoft and people upset about that. And now it's just like what I said last week, that from where I was hearing from in the back channels was that it wasn't on Phil and them. It was on Amy Hood. Amy Hood is like, listen, we need the bag. And that's when I brought up about last week. You can go check out my thought, the last my thought stream, where I brought up about the AI situation. Because that's where I was hearing from from this, and now people are now starting to find out, and the reports come out about. Listen, they haven't Microsoft and the founder of OpenAI or whatever. They seem like they're having a falling out. Things ain't looking too good, and so Microsoft is like, look, we need that. We need to go ahead and invest another $81 billion into anything, into our AI technology, the open chat thing or whatever that thing is called. And then you starting to see more reports of Amy Hood is over here giving out these crazy unsustainable numbers to where Xbox has got to sit here and she got them by the throat. They sit there and made a deal of the century and look like Amy Hood is like, listen, I want as much as I can. So there could be more cuts. And the fact that these tech billionaire companies, they're looking to want to implement AI. Oh man, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. Let me read that from Jax82. Hold on, let me get that. I don't know why I don't see that here. I hate when I don't see that stuff here. Maybe I need to pull this out more, and then I might could see stuff better. I don't know. Oh yeah, there's Jax82. Okay, he says, okay, there it is right there. That's my problem. I didn't open that screen better enough. So anyway, but thank you so much. He says from Jack82, he says people forget when we had to go to three stores to buy or pre-order games. You said you don't even have to leave your house. Services like Gamepass and PlayStation Plus didn't exist. It's called the digital age. Same as music. Exactly. That's what, like, times has changed. It's just like when I started figuring out with stuff with music. You know, again, let's not get it twisted. What hurt music was the way that the music industry was trying to hurt customers by overcharging. And you know what people started doing? Stuff like LimeWire. What was the other one? Snapes, not Netscape, but others like Napster. That was the other one. There was all these other places where you could just download the songs you want without even for free. Instead of trying to work deals to sit here and try to make things valuable, to make value for customers, you get these people that get greedy, on top of the fact that that they would take it out on the artists. The artists would be in a bad situation, and then there would be artists that would come out and say, man, come on, man. And then there would be artists that was doing very well that would say, listen, there's people out here that can't afford a $20. Because I remember when you would go up there and you could go to places like, now I don't know if you guys could ever remember, I don't know if Sounds Warehouse was a national music place, but you could go to Sounds Warehouse. But then before that, let me take it back. There was local places, music stores that I would go to, and they would let you sample the music, let you listen to the music before you bought it. I thought that was genius. Once that got circulated with Sounds Warehouse, and then there was at other places like it was. And if your album was garbage, if you had an album that had 15 songs or 12 songs, and you had 3 that was banging and all the rest was like, ugh, why would I pay $20 for your album? Because I can remember when CDs was like $11.99. Then it bumped up to $12. Then it bumped up to $14.99. Then next thing you know, it's at $16, and then next thing you know, it's at like $20. That's the thing. It's like when these corporations start paying out raises to people, they're so greedy. They're like, nah, man, we don't want you to save some money back so you can have you a nest egg. We want that money back in one way, shape, or form. You might not give it back to that company, but you're going to give it to another company. That's exactly what the gaming industry is trying to do to us right now. Like I just said. Yeah, Husky, I read it. Thank you so much. Yeah, I read it, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. But that's the thing that I'm talking about. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here with trying to hate on people just wanting to play games? And if they can, like, the first thing I think about with stuff with Game Pass for me is a kid like me that was growing up, country boy, sitting there, single parent home. You know what I'm saying? Mom over here paying bills and shit. And you know what I'm saying? And I would get stuff for the birthday or for Christmas or something like that. But man, money was tight. Something like Game Pass, my mom would be all for it because she wouldn't have to hear me at the store like, oh, can I get this? 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 So she could just tell me no. She would be like, yeah, cool, whatever. And then I would be I'm thinking about those people. I'm thinking about those kids, those adults, those people. And if some jackass would say, well, you need to make more money, it's not even like that. If you got a family, if you got other obligations. Gaming is an entertainment. It is something that is supposed to be for pleasure. People over here trying to trip out like, oh, nah, this is no. You got to treat this like this is your job. No. Or that you got to prove like this, like I said, this whole high side thing where people got to be all high sedity and prove that they got money to do this and that and the third. No, it's not. Why do we keep on trying to hang with the Joneses? Instead of being just like what a lot of these rich people are, they real smart with their money. They know what they know. They get deals. They get cutbacks. But they want you to believe you got to pay them more in order for them to give you less. The reports are out there. I mean, Yoshida himself, former PlayStation president or CEO or whatever they're called over there. Said you got to cut back. Sean Layden said it before he got ousted. You got to cut back these $300-400 million games. I mean, look at Halo. Halo was anywhere from $250 million from what people were saying. Halo Infinite. And it's doing fine. I mean, I don't know what it's doing now, but it did fine. But what are we talking about? They're telling you we got to make games, we got to bring games with a lesser budget. We got to make games at a lesser budget, but yet we're going to charge you $80. Just let that sink in your head while you have content creators, you have the gaming media, and you also have some gaming developers getting out there and telling us, don't get this value, support the devs by paying more for less. Or hell, if we bring out a game like this day one and ask you for $70 or $80, just take a chance on it. And see, Xbox, this is the thing too. Xbox can't afford to do this. This damn near, man, this was, they had Xbox was in a position to start cooking after Starfield. No, Starfield came after this. After delaying these games, and then this was the first one. And I'm gonna blame this on some content creators as well. They came out and instead of being real to make Phil sit there and say what's going on over here, they came out and was telling us, hey, the game runs good. It ran that, and if it was a vertical slice and it ran good and ran fine like this, but then hold up, wait a minute. So did IGN get a vertical slice? There was other people that got the chance to play Redfall 2 beforehand, and they still within the same situation said, hold up. This game has a lot of potential. I think, but there's some things that needs to be fixed. There were others that was on the thing of saying, look, man, this game has great potential. I think it's good. And they left it at that. But then we also had content creators out there that was telling you that this game is going to be a game changer in some cases. Nah, fam, that's a lie. This is what I'm talking about, and really appreciate it. Appreciate the super chat, Jay. Thank you so much. He's saying looking forward to the Xbox handheld. Fuck the haters. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? Clickbait is also a factor. Knowing what Broman Fifth Floor saying, he says, knowing you have more PlayStation gamers. I get it. I get it. Thank you. I figured it out. Yeah, it was Napster. Yeah. But see, that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, Stanley, LimeWire was tough. I was all on LimeWire, boy. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. You know what I'm saying? But this is the thing that, you know what I'm saying? I was up there at mama's house, but I was sitting there had my AOL going, ready, had me a list of cuts. Now, again, I went back and for all those songs that I ripped back then, I got their albums now. I went back and I bought them because that was the thing that I did, was collect music, and then I started kind of slowing down on the music thing. And I mean, I still get music, but I mean, I still collect music, but nowhere near like I used to, or I should say buy music. But it's kind of changed for like games now. Like I'm sitting here looking for deals, and this is the thing. I don't know. I just don't know. It bothers me to no end when you got people that will tell you value is that we need more value. Now I will say this. Like when people was bringing up the point about like Game Pass back when Game Pass first came out, even though I love Sea of Thieves, I bragged about Sea of Thieves, but Sea of Thieves isn't for everybody. We knew that. And the thing to me is also, it was just getting started. I mean, it's no different than EA Access at the time is now called EA Play. It was skimming bones. And while PlayStation should have went the route of EA Access. And just think about what kind of, and the media would have been bragging they're over here bragging about a PlayStation service that they were over here trying to rip the PlayStation community through the coals. I was over excited about it. Oh, they got a streaming service. How much is it? I'm looking and I'm seeing, I'm trying to play Final Fantasy 13 and they're charging you $40. I can go to GameStop and buy Final Fantasy 13 at that same time for $9. A used copy, of course. That's when I knew, like, hold up, what's happening here? And then when you're trying to play it, it's not good. It's still behind. It's lacking. Things of that nature, right? So I'm just kind of like, whoa, what are we doing here? What are we doing? And then, kind of getting off of the point about the value situation, jumping on Xbox about the Microsoft Xbox about the layoffs. Which, listen, I'm all in on people jumping on Microsoft's ass about the layoffs. It's not cool to sit there and let go of all those people like that. It's not. So people rip Xbox up and down, rip Microsoft up and down. That is absolutely fine. I agree with most of what people were saying at the time. But I'm always about keep that same energy. Just less than a month ago, PlayStation did the same thing of what they did to that studio. The studio Romeo, whatever the studio's called. I'll look for it and try to give the name to it. But of this game that's supposed to be really, really good. And I don't know which game it was where it's reported out there that Phil Spencer had to, like, Matt Booty had to take the controller away from Phil Spencer. I do not know if it was the game from that Romeo whatever studio, or if it was from if it was the MMO game that really sounded dope. Like it did sound cool. It sounded really cool. Either way, point of the matter is that studio that got closed down, that when Phil Spencer and them went and just seen them, same thing happened to a PlayStation studio last month. And I'm saying, where's hey, this person needs to be fired. This is that. Where's the same type of venom for Sony for doing the same thing? These companies, listen, it's something that Xbot said, and he's absolutely right about it. Xbot 448 said, he's like, you can't have, and other people say it too, but Xbot was one of the first people that said it that I heard, was that you can't put your loyalty behind these companies, behind nobody. And this is, Xbox said it beforehand, but he was really pissed off about the VR situation because he was excited about it. And so, like, when Fields came on stage and said that, and then next thing you know, it changed. My argument was that, listen, it was a business decision because VR ain't popping like that. People talk about VR, but hell, the people that sit there and started on social media bragging and showing all the games that they were playing on VR, they're not even doing it anymore. That's how much that's telling you what's happening with that's what's happening within VR. It's not like it's a niche product. It's a peripheral that is too expensive. It needs to drop in price, and people will then start investing into it. But again, when you want to make some serious tech, because us gamers, we want the best of the best. We want high quality. I got buzzed on that play. I was so mad. I said, man, anyway, this game do get interesting. So so you see me over there busting OSU's ass right now, but it will get interesting. When you playing on Heisman mode, man, you ain't never safe. But anyway, let's keep going. And Husky's over here, you see PlayStation VR 2 ain't selling. No, it's not. Nobody is talking about it to the degree that they were. And so it was a smart investment by Xbox and team to say, no. We did talk about this because we're here, we listening to the gamers that saying they want it, but will they jump on board? Will they jump on board? All I want is consistency from the community. That's it. And we don't get it. Like, we're not going to get it from the gaming media. The gaming media has already showed who they are. It goes way back, but I mean, when they sat there and made the comment that they were not going to, that they found it to be disrespectful to do the leaks for to talk about the Insomniac leaks and went dark on it, but then showed the leaks of NVIDIA, Xbox had leaks, I believe AMD had leaks. I believe that AMD had leaks, but there and other leaks, and just posted it out there willy-nilly like nobody didn't pay attention to what they said. No, I did. I knew better then. I'm like, oh, damn. It's like they just told us we just aren't going to talk about it. And Rain G4 said, what's up, Rain? Rain said Sony failed VR. I'm not saying that they failed VR, but they made bad business decisions because they should have had that PlayStation 2 VR hit day one on PC. And I think then it would have, it would be in a better position, in my opinion. I think it would have been in a better position. And then also not to have the games, not to let their old libraries be transferred to the new. That people like it ain't. Listen, gamers themselves understand enough of like when they feel like they're getting hustled. I just hate that there's people that still will listen to content creators and others that will tell you otherwise, and then they repeat that garbage. Most gamers understand, listen, I've spent all this money on this hardware. Now you're making something that where games won't play on the new hardware. You're going to make new games, and the games that you're making is not going to play on my old hardware. Well, how about my old software get implemented into your new hardware? That's only fair. And the way PlayStation sits there and kind of gets over, you charge me $10. Right, Freddie Fox. That's the thing. PlayStation VR isn't backwards compatible. That was a major L. That and then not going on PC where the biggest market of VR is. It would do hell of a lot better, and then it would be more sustainable because especially on the PC, the competition that they had cost way more, and the PlayStation VR 2 was good tech. But you betted on this, just like with the stuff that I sit there and had the conversation about when I was on Lokes and Ham's podcast, and I was telling them about like the whole situation with Square Enix and Sony going up there and telling them, look, bet on us, and it got a CEO fired. It got the CEO of Square Enix fired. Like, I mean, it ain't no lies about it. but back to the Game Pass stuff, and then we'll move on. I think that to me, um, and I'm repeating this again from Sunday. We have had people that's been trying to put the dirt on the grave of services for a very long time. Netflix is always usually the number one. Anytime you hear about people like 20 million subscribers left Netflix, it's about over. It's over. It's over for them. Okay, let's say Netflix goes away. Do you think the movie theaters is gonna benefit off of that? No. And what hurt the movie theaters? It was the pandemic. And people can say, well, it was the services and pandemic, and people are just like, man, I could just stay home and watch these movies. Now, that's a force of nature that you can't change that. And I still love the movie theaters. And so the thing of it is that if movie theaters want to still exist to the way that they do, then you can't sit there and keep charging people, unless you're one of those really cool movie places. And even though I love some of the, there's a place out here that I go to, me and my wife go to, it's a brewery and a movie theater. And so you get indoor dining as well. And really cool. That's expensive. You know what I'm saying? So we don't go we go enough more than we should, but we go, right? But then there was something that's coming from AMC where they're trying to offer you these deals like, hey, 50% off on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 50% off, and you do this. Okay, well, I think it's ridiculous for paying $19 for some popcorn, but if we got 50% off, plus we get a discount we get other discounts through this subscription service that AMC is trying to offer, that's offering, hey, we can cut back on going to Flicks, and we can go going to the Warren, or you know what I'm saying, we can go here and watch some movies at AMC. And listen, and Richilli, you ain't lying about that. It was a combination of things for sure. But that right there, that might be the way of it right there. He said, that's cold blooded. That's funny, but it's the truth. He said, what killed movie theaters are 65-inch TV screens and 30-cent home popcorn. Brother, talk. Now, movie popcorn is legit. I even bought a popcorn maker so I could just get movie popcorn, right? Like, movie popcorn is legit. It's the old school way of how my grandma and mom made popcorn. They used to do it off the skillet, get the Orban Redenbacher, put it in there, get it all that. And that was when popcorn was hot then, you know what I'm saying? But movie popcorn is unstoppable. And also fair popcorn is unbeatable. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You try to get Orban Redenbacher in those bags, they're trash. Give me the good stuff. Give me the good stuff that I remember as a kid. So Rain sit there and said PSVR and Virtual Boy trash can water. Brother, that's what when people ask me, why are you not into VR? It was the Virtual Boy. I gave in. I said, oh, this is the future. I bought me a Virtual Boy. I sit there and took my allowance money, saved it, and got me a Virtual Boy. And it was the worst experience ever. It was one of the worst things I ever bought. Ever. And I've never had the thing for VR. I was never a VR person after that. I was all in on the Virtual Boy. All in. Took my allowance money, or the money, you know what I'm saying? I'm out there doing my allowance money that I would get, or if I'm doing some odd jobs with my grandfather, going out there on the farm and shit like that, doing stuff. And, you give me $20 here, whatever. I saved that money to sit there and get me a Virtual Boy because I'm like, the future is now. And so I'm sitting here like, well, I'm lying. I'm thinking of other games like the NES. That's in the 80s. This is 90s. I forgot. I'm working. I'm in high school working. So I'm tripping. I'm in high school working. And so I'm saying I'm in high school where I'm in junior high. No, I'm in high school working. I think I was a sophomore, junior at that time, somewhere around there. It's in the mid '90s. And so anyway, but no, I was working a job. So back then you could be 13 years old and work at jobs. You couldn't do well. I take that back. They were working our ass full time, but you can't do that now. But they might try to bring that stuff back in certain states. But anyway, but I was working, so I saved my money to get the Virtual Boy, and so I sit there and got the Virtual Boy, and it was the worst thing that I ever had. Worst thing I ever had. So I don't know, man. I don't know, and so that's what VR did. It took me out. What's up with you all day? Oh man, I ain't heard from you. I ain't heard and seen you in a minute. What's happening, brother? What's happening? Yeah. So again, value is way more important. To sit there and to tell gamers value is not important is absolutely, they capping. They are lying to you. Man, because I guarantee you, everybody sits there and budget shops something. Everybody. The rich and powerful included. Everybody goes and finds value. And for these people to sit here and to constantly tell me, well, value is not, listen, the product is not valuable, blah, 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 blah. What are you telling? What are you talking about? Gamepass is bringing out more heat than what? They're bringing out more heat than what Nintendo or PlayStation is bringing right now. What are you talking about? And you pay $19.95, and we know that the price is going to go up. We know Microsoft is going to hit us across the head to try to get to that $25. We know it. But if you're not bringing us 2016 levels of gaming onto the platform, and you're giving us 2024, 2025 games, then it's worth it because you have hundreds of games. If you're reverting back and talking about 2016 Game Pass and you're trying to raise it to $25, then Game Pass is cooked, because then you're going to lose subscribers and people ain't going to believe in the product anymore. Trust me, if PlayStation could do it, they would do it. Nintendo won't do it because Nintendo they don't want to give you value. Like hell, they're telling you to buy $90 to $100 boxed games. They're telling the people who still want full physical copy games, listen up. You gotta pay. Yeah, you gotta pay greatly. So you know what I'm saying? And then Richili saying why free to play is so popular, because it's a good value. Yes. And you know what's crazy is that when these people get out here and call people like that play those free to play games poor, broke, blah blah blah, they spend more money than we do in some cases. Man, why do you think 2K sit there and did NBA 2K did the things that they're doing? Now they kind of look like they're rolling back. I've seen that they're having a plan, because now it's gotten to the point to where it's gotten like people are like, yo, and then now there's going to be competition coming from EA with college basketball. So listen, free-to-play games generates tons of money. And that's why PlayStation went ahead and tried to do the same thing. Like, listen, we want to make that same money like Halo, Gears, Forza, Horizon. Not so much about motorsport. That's something I got to do a correction on as well. I said this last week. I said, listen, and I was partially right, but mostly wrong. Because I was like, Forza Motorsport will still be, well, I still think, I don't think it's dead like people are thinking, because you people act like you just can't turn on Forza Motorsport and play. I've been playing it all this for the last week. I've been playing it for the last week. It still works, still beautiful. You still got cars. I mean, there was a new car pack. I went and bought a new car pack just like Thursday or Friday last week. So it still has stuff. It runs. You still play people online, stuff like that. But they've already stated that this Forza was going to be there for a long time. But where I was wrong at, I said that they were just going to merge the Forza Motorsport team who's left with playground games, and they were just going to still work on both. That looks like that's out of there. So I like, listen, I'll take the L when I'm wrong, because I'm thinking like, man, they just can't kill motorsport, but I just think they just said, hell with it, we're done with it. Horizon is everything, and we'll just keep on having motorsport as a service. I just hope that they bring more to the seasons and just don't let it run, because what you're starting to see is that a lot of the Forza Motorsport fans, they're going back to 7, because now the servers are back up with 7, or they're going back to even 6. So I don't know, man. I don't know. That hurts my heart, because I've always liked the Motorsport series more than I did Horizon. I love them both because I'm a racing fan. I love all types of racers, but I mean, you can't deny and I've never tried to say that, well, Forza Horizon, that Forza Motorsport was going to overtake Horizon in popularity. I knew better than that. Just for me, just seeing how many people play Horizon compared to playing Motorsport, but I just felt like it's a thing. And listen, the numbers with GT has gone down. They don't. I mean, there was a time where YouTube. Listen. And if you think that I'm lying, all you got to do is just look at the history. GT, Gran Turismo, was the #1 selling franchise for PlayStation for a long time. They were hitting 20, 30, 40 million sold at a time. Then it kind of just gradually went down. And I think after Motorsport, after not Motorsport, after the online only GT, it kind of gave a sour taste to other people, so they started going other places. And I mean, I know that GT7 is doing fine. I mean, it's not. I think it's like what, 8 million, something like that, or whatever, or from what I read about, or whatever. I don't know if that's players or sold. I don't know. I don't care. I just know that GT is doing fine on that area. But I mean, they take so long to make GT from one game to the other. That's why it was really crazy to see how fast it was between the online only, and then they went to 7. That developer, they don't play around. They take time on making their games, and it's I don't know. It's a crazy situation, but motorsport games, it just ain't popping like that. Maybe on PC, but not on the consoles anymore. Not like that. So anyway, let me read some more of that. He said Husky said Motorsport isn't selling. The Horizon series is just better and more adaptable. I mean, that's what it's all about, is the adaptability of these games. Like, I mean, Horizon is just so fun. Like, I mean, you just jump in and have a blast with and this is the thing about Motorsport that I love about Forza Motorsport the most. They really ironed out the mechanics to where they took it seriously when people were saying that it's more of an arcade than it is a sim. I'm telling you, you hit them settings. When I went back to play it, I had my settings up to expert. Had my damage on. Had some other things that I did through the sliders. I went to try to go through that, and I was recording gameplay so people could see it. It was too embarrassing. I was everywhere, all over the road. It was horrible. Went back, kept playing. Yeah, it took about, I would say 4 to 5 races for me to get the groove back, and then I'm back to knowing how to play it. But they got that. They made it to where you could have it like an arcade, really simple, easy, just fun. You just want to race. Or you can make it up to damn near as painful as Project Cars 2, to where you need a steering wheel. They did a damn good job of that, especially with the tire assessment, the tracks, the weather elements, all that. Like, they nailed that. It's just, and the cars, that I don't know why people was over here talking about the cars. They got plenty of cars. Their career mode is almost kind of like GT in a way, right? But people had a problem with that. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Gamers spaz out on everything these days. I was seeing a dude trip out about college football, that their created characters, they don't have enough They don't have enough hairdos. I mean, the hairstyles. Like, bro, you're mostly in a helmet. Like, this ain't basketball. Like, I get if this was basketball and you don't got enough, but like, what we doing? You know what I'm saying? So, Richili saying SpongeBob doesn't get damaged. No matter the strength of the punches. Oh my god! Yeah, okay, we're talking about. I don't know what you guys saw. Rain is talking about Superman and DBZ, and Richili's talking about SpongeBob. I don't know what's happening here. Okay, and then I was talking about Sailor Moon. Listen, I don't know what this where that discussion is coming from. Okay, so it's turning into a DC thing. I don't know. I haven't heard anybody. I haven't heard what the Superman game movie sounds like. Not sound like. Oh my goodness, what the reviews are. I don't care about reviews anyway, like that. But if for people want to know or whatever, for people who did hear it, was it good or bad or indifferent? So, I know that we planning on seeing it, and just like I'm really excited to see Fantastic Four because I want to see what they did with Galactus. I cannot wait. He's one of my favorite villains, so I really want to see what they did with Galactus, and see if they did him justice. Yes, Abacab. This is the new college football game. Yes, it is. This is my gameplay of me playing OSU, playing on Heisman mode. And listen, I have a good time. I'm over here prepping. Me and Husky, we supposed to be getting down. We're talking about starting a dynasty. We're supposed to be starting a dynasty thing to where we can have it in the GRG Discord. Some people who want to join, get in. I was showing Ham Solo a few hours of it because I did not last year play the ultimate mode. I mean, I'm really not the biggest fan of the ultimate mode like that. I mean, but I plan on playing every mode because I'm going to start streaming finally sports night to where I'm going to be playing all these different sports games. And then I'm going to be playing Dynasty mode, going to be playing the Road to Glory, the ultimate mode. I'm just going to play it. Like we're going to be getting head to head online with people. So we're just gonna get into it. So I'm trying to try to get as many reps down, try to figure out my Sooners, and we going through it. Like, I sit there and play in like crazy atmospheres. Oh my God, man, it's painful to play. And when you trying to play in Ann Arbor, you trying to play out there in Florida, you trying to play in, you trying to play, even when I was playing USC, I mean, I took down, there was two of them I couldn't beat. It was real close. It's real close, but there was two teams I couldn't beat. But man, for the games that I did win, playing on the road in stadiums that are nuts, oh my God, it's crazy. Now, I know that it won't be as bad playing people online. It'll be a little bit, but when you playing on Heisman mode, man, it gets nasty. Rain said K-Mega is a head coach in real life. No. I always act like that. Oh yeah, no, it looks. Oh yeah, no, this looks tough, boy. It looks better than last year's Madden. I have been intrigued with Madden. Because I thought last year's Madden was good. It's increasingly getting better, not substantially better, but I don't know. I'm hearing good things in the background from people about Madden that's been playing it, saying, "Bro, this Madden is way better than years past." So I'm like, okay, all right, like what I'm saying, because I'll play I'm always play my sports games. You know what I'm saying? Like I love sports games, so what I'm saying. I'm even thinking about wanting to get back into playing soccer again. Like I used to play, me and my homeboy used to play that, play baseball games, everything like that. Now I have not played the show in the last couple of years, but I plan on getting back and playing my sports games just like I play everything else. Like, still keep my single players and my fighting games and all that. Like, so, and might as well stream it if I'm playing it, right? So, Husky said, couldn't beat those Gators. Bro, I lost to them. I lost some Gators, man. I lost by 6. I had an opportunity and I overthrew the ball. And I was going to break y'all's heart. And it was right there. And I said, I made that goddamn running back from the Gators. He's a goddamn beast. But I hit his ass. I popped his ass. He coughed that ball up. I got it. Was running back, and then I made a pass, and the pass went right over because the crowd was so insane. And so I was like, oh, and I threw it, and I was off the run. I should have just ran it and got the first down. And then I could have tied it, take it to overtime, or try to make that shot. Because the next play, I don't know if it would have happened or not, but I was right there to tie the game. And you know what I'm saying? I went for it for fourth down, and then they had a big run, and then they kicked another field goal, and they beat me by 6. But yeah, so it was crazy. All right, Rangy Ford, bring them, Georgia. Hey, man, bring them. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking all comers. Boy, you know what I'm saying? My Sooners is gonna be here. It's gonna be ready. I'm gonna have them ready. Husky says only Gators make it out the swamp alive. Nah, this pony gonna come out of here. Now I'm not talking about a Sony pony. That's what the schooner is. It's a damn horse. But anyway, we coming out of there, boy. We coming out of that swamp. But again, you got to come to OU too. OU ain't no joke to play at either. So, you know what I'm saying? We gonna see how that works. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I can't wait to have fun doing it. So, but I don't mind coming out. That's why I'm over here. I'm testing things out. I'm trying to know the plays that I got. Vast. Oh my goodness, the level of plays. Like OU's plays were so stagnant, but this new offensive coordinator is a madman. He got all types of plays. It's crazy. He said they also made great shoes. Anyway. Yes, the Gators do make great shoes. They do. They make good bags, shoes, boots. You know what I'm saying? So matter of fact, I need to go get me some gator skin boots. That's what I need. Yeah, that's what I need. So anyway, but yeah, no, this is the college 2026. It doesn't officially come out until Thursday, I believe. But you know, I had no choice but to get this, man. I got to be on it. So anyway, but let me go ahead and move off of the whole thing, value thing, and talk about talk about this petition. And I hate that this petition. Now, it's got a lot of attention, and that's the part that makes it cool. The sad thing about it, though, is that the petition is only for signatures in Europe. I listened to the interview from the guy who started the petition from Nexus. I think that's the name of their podcast or whatever. They're a PC. But anyway, the guy sit there and was interviewing the guy that started the petition, and it's well over. I don't know. Last time I checked, it was like what 1,700,000. So I don't know if it's even more than that now. But they needed 1 million signatures, and the CMA to look into this. And it's something that we were saying, like it bring a lot of attention because especially a game that I love. It's dear to my heart. I never take it out of my hard drive. It's always there on my PC, even on my consoles. I have Anthem on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. I love that game that much. I used to go and play it like just sporadically out of the blue just to see if people were still playing, and there's people still playing the game, which is really cool. But the EA is finna close the servers down in 2026 in January, and that sparked more interest. Like, because I mean, the game is less than 6 years old, and it's about to be fried. Like, I mean, that is unacceptable. You know, especially for people like me who bought the ultimate edition of it. I forgot what the main edition's name, what the highest edition was called. But man, and it was such a good game, and you know, and the developers, I don't know what they were trying to do with this DLC. And it's crazy because yeah, it will still be difficult to try to play the game by yourself. You need people to play with it. So I would hope that there would be mods and ways that people can get a hold of the code and have it to where people can still play it. I have witnessed that with Battlefield Hardline, because it's very hard to get those it's very hard to access those maps of the some of the, not all the maps, but some of the more the maps that they had in the DLC. And I found a group of people. They're from Germany, and I'll jump in and play with them, play with them. Like they got a whole Discord uh, group, and I jump in with them. Now, yeah, it's a little laggy. Sometimes you get in there and it works just fine, but other times it's pretty laggy. You know, the hitbox and stuff is, but it's just the fun to see the maps that I love the most that was in the DLC of Hardline, and getting back to play those again, or just to get there because it's always packed. It's usually like it's at a set time. It's not 24 hours. But it's usually a set time, and it's popping on the weekends for sure. So, yeah, so they have that. Maybe they can do that with Anthem, but I do think that it's. Oh, you were streaming. You were streaming Anthem just a month ago. Like I need to. Like I forgot who that was. Was it Chili? Yeah. Like hit me up, man. Let me know. I'll play Anthem with you. I love Anthem, man. I every time I start playing it, I get all excited over it again. Like and just making me think about how much I invested into that game. And I just love it. I just love it. But anyway, but yeah, just hit me up. Anybody want to play that? Just like I'm also, now I want to do this as well. We did it one time before. I think we did it twice. But if anybody that still has Crackdown to play the multiplayer, you need 6 people or more. So if anybody is down to want to play Crackdown, because I'm telling you, that multiplayer was fun as hell. It is so fun to play Crackdown. And I really did enjoy it. So if anybody's down and want to do that, hit me up too in the comment section or whatever. We can sit there and we can stream it out, get out there and try to get as many people we can, and shock the hell out of the people that's even around the server that's saying, what the hell is that blip? Is that Crackdown? Is that Crackdown 3 multiplayer? There's people playing it. Oh my God. Like, bro, it still works. It's just, you just need 6 people to play it. So would like to do that. But yeah, no, Anthem for sure. But this whole thing with game preservation, it has become a problem. And where we don't own these games, and that's something where the guy that started the petition was alluding to and saying, look, we need to have regulators look into this. So they got enough signatures. I did read something that there was some kind of blip or whatever. I don't know what that blip was because I just seen it before I started the stream, but I'll read and find out what else is, and I'll talk about it Friday when we're doing GRG. But if the CMA gets involved and then they actually look at this and they side with the gamers, then this is a good thing for gamers. Like, I mean, and that's the thing, is that where if we spend the money that we do for games, or they're even charging us more money for games, and then they just want to shut it down afterwards and don't want to give us a refund or don't give us a rebate or something in return for these games going away. And see, that's the thing. Like, that's when we go and we click into these games, it's definitely in the fine details when we hit accept that these games can be online for only so long before they have the discretion to cut them off, and we don't get reimbursed by it. I guarantee it's in that literature in there. I guarantee it's in there. But yeah, we need more people to stand up for that. And I wish that there would be, but see, again, America's much different. Even if you try to sign a petition, it would be, you got to have lawyers, you got to have this, that, and the third. And we do not have a person that I don't think that's at the FTC that would fight for the gamers like they once did. Now, again, I did not like what Lena Khan tried to do with the whole ABK deal, but okay. All right, Duvall. Okay. All right, straight. All right, Duvall. That's what I'm talking about, man. Just hit me up when y'all got some free time, man. Hit me up on on Twitter X, in the DMs. Let me know what time y'all looking to do it, or hit me up on Xbox, man. Let me know, or on PC, like whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's crossplay, so we can play it on PC and Xbox, regardless wherever you're playing it at, and we can get down. So yes, we could do that. We could definitely do that. So I'll be looking forward to that. So yeah, and if we could try to have a community night to where we could start playing those type of games, kind of bring back, like, if anybody thinks about any other older games that the online is still available and we could try to hop on and play, man, just hit me up. Let me know. I'm with it. I'm with it. But that's the one thing that we need to. The next thing that we need to demand is to try to, like, if these games are going to shut down, you know, what kind of benefit do we have? And that goes back to the very beginning of what I've been talking about, starting off with value. This is why Game Pass is king right now. Like, this is why PlayStation Plus is king. This is why people go and they rent this stuff first before they fully commit. Because I mean, even now, like, if you think about it, if they cut the servers off on single player games, there's an offline mode. But if they decide to just shut down that server, offline mode don't mean nothing. You just can't play that game. It's just, and if you got a hard copy, it's just a coaster. So it is, you know what I'm saying? I like the fact that Xbox has talked about preservation, but again, right now, Xbox's word don't mean diddly swat to a lot of people. So I'm not going to sit here and say that Xbox is going to do it like they talked about it. So we'll just see. I mean, mostly I think all their games is available online. That's you know, even the backwards compatible games that are out there. Like, matter of fact, I think Sir X-Man told me that because I have Forza 2, 3, and 4. And I can still play them because I play, but I haven't tried to play online. He says that you still can, so I don't know. I haven't tried to play, but I know, like, for a game like Split Second, you can still play online because I did that last year. If they're serious about that, then by all means we need to do that. But games like Anthem, other games that's coming up, or games that's been out and people they had a cult following. We need to keep these games. We need to keep them. We need to keep them and have them out there so people can play that. So yeah, Rangy 4, he gave out his gamer tag. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, K Mega 45. That's what it is. It's on Steam, K Mega 405. On PlayStation is K-pop. On Xbox, of course, is K Mega 45. I'm trying to think of any other place. On Nintendo, it's K Mega 45. So yeah, just find me, hit me up. Now, I haven't played Nintendo in a long time, and I haven't turned on my Xbox, my PlayStation, in a very long time, because I'm playing the games that I want to play on PlayStation. On PC. So, you know what I'm saying? I look at it from a standpoint of, like, I'm still supporting PlayStation, but I'm like, playing the definitive edition, I can wait. So, and I started playing I'm not going to be playing too much of anything while college football is out, but I did start Stellar Blade, and I liked it. I talked about it last week, and so people was making fun of me because I was talking about the character model. I like the first the chick that saved Eve. I'm like, oh, all right. Let's see. Chili said, tonight I will finish Gears Judgment with a friend. Okay. You know what? I never played Judgment online. Never did. See, at that time, I wasn't playing online games like that. Like, I just got started playing online games. So, like, I was playing COD. That was, I'm trying to think, the first, like, online game like that. Like, I tried MAG and other games like that, but it didn't work. So I just kind of backed off of it. But yeah, I never played the Gears Judgment online. Never. Let me try to sit there and try to play that at some point too. So, but Chili said, I turn my PlayStation on daily, but just for free to play, what is it? Gotcha and Fortnite. I don't know what the gotcha is, but okay. Gears co-op is the best way to play it. Yeah, that's what everybody has told me that's played Judgment. That's the best way to play it. So, yeah, I definitely need to go back there and try to and give it a shot. It was one of those games that I kind of just didn't care about because I heard people talking so bad about it. So I don't know. Negan said that's why 2K games, 2K NBA games are dying out in sales. You lose your play. Yeah, well, and see, and that's another thing too. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people are upset about that, but they're just upset about the monetization. Like the monetization is nuts on 2K. That's why I have not bought that. Last year's 2K was the first time I bought it on Black Friday. For 20 years, I bought 2K day one religiously. I sit there and I had my wits in. I sit there and spent all that money. And I've said this quite a few times, but I spent all that money on that My Player and I had fun. But I was just looking back like, hold up, how much money did I spend? How much money did I spend on My Player? Like that was what? Word? And then I was looking at that like, nah, 2K, you ain't getting my money day one. Not this time. We're gonna wait till you $30, sucker. That yeah, nah. And then I really didn't play it that much. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just so when I started playing it, I was like, whatever. And then I just got back and I started playing Metaphor and what was the other game that came out with Metaphor around when Metaphor came out? I was playing those two games and got lost in the sauce with those, and then I went back to try to play 2K towards before the Super Bowl, and I played it for a little bit. My homeboy was over there, hit me up from Seattle, and he was like, "Yo, man, we need to get back on that 2K like we used to." And I was like, "Man, all right, cool." And then I sit there and played. I was cooked. I didn't know what I was doing because I didn't really put that much time in 2K25, and so I was like, "Bro, you're just gonna have to wait for me on 26 because I'm out of the game, bro. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore." So I probably most likely will get 2K day one this time. But yeah, it is. There is some NBA 2K fatigue out there. They got to change it up. And listen, I've heard from all different types of like different sites or different people that play these games way harder in the paint than I did. I used to be hard in the paint with those games, but I slowed down dramatically. So it like, you know, they talk about the animations and I get that. Like you're trying to do one animation and you're trying to do a move to get to the basket. All you got to do is cut. It's right there, but you got to wait for an animation for something to do something. And then for the computer to come and get ready to stop you. Or like when you're playing in the rec, you know, there people making all these builds to try to be hot and shoot hot and, you know, you could have the green and still brick and all, I'm like, what? And then you go back and try to make another build and you try to, it was a little bit too much. So I was just kind of like, man, listen, I'm dedicated to basketball, love basketball and damn sure going to get it because, you know, Shea gonna be on the cover. That was announced. So, you know, I'm going to sit there and have that, you know, I'm going to have to give me probably 2 copies. I'm going to get the digital and then I'm going to go ahead and I had to get that copy with the wrapping so I can just keep it, you know what I'm saying, represent OKC Thunder winning championship, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, listen, I might have to go ahead and do all that. But, so yeah, that's the thing for me. Judgment and tactics are kind of lore breaking. Are you talking about Gear? I loved Gears Tactics though. I really did like Gears Tactics. I really did like Gears Tactics. And I like that team. Like, I mean, I you know, like, yeah, I can see how you saying it's kind of lore busting, but what Gears was trying to do is what I want Halo to do. Can we venture out and make other games? Like, just think about this. I seen somebody post this. I don't remember who it was, but I thought that would have been wonderful. Like, okay, you look at Helldivers 2. Having a Halo game like Helldivers 2. How dope is that? You have Halo Wars. See, what Halo should be is what the Warhammer franchise is. That's what Halo should be. That's what Halo should be. Where you have all these you got so many characters and to work with and to feast upon. You got people that, and this is why you hear about turmoil all the time with 343, is because they keep on listening to a group of people that still keeps trying to make the franchise as stagnant and as samey as possible. This is why I always will advocate for Halo 5 and Halo 5's greatness, and it was one of the best, if not the best-selling Halo out of all of them. Out of the later Halos that came out once 343 took over. Halo 5 had people would shit on the red packs. Halo Infinite, I don't have a problem with Halo Infinite's the way that you can get stuff here, but you got people that's over here complaining, we want the rec packs back. I don't know, man. I don't know. All I'm saying is that Rain G4 said K-Mega getting that Shay pillowcase. Nah. Just more Thunder gear. No. Got me a Chet Homer shirt. You know what I'm saying? Got a couple of Shay shirts. Got to get J Dub. Got to get, you know what I'm saying? Got to get a couple of others. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a couple of more Thunder hats. Listen, man, got me some Thunder. Oh, I need to hang this up. Where is that at? Oh, it's back there. Oh no, it's right here. Okay. It's right here. Oh yeah, I gotta hang this up on my door when people come in. When people come into my game room, boy, I gotta hang this up right here. Like, yeah, when they come into my game room, they gotta see that. They gotta see that, bro. Yeah, I guess it's stuff like that, man. There's stuff like that. So yeah, no pillowcase. Paul, sucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm really appreciative of SGA re-signing. He here until 2031. We got a bright future. It's gonna be good. Rangy 4, preach, brother. Gameplay of Halo 4 and 5 Infinite are top tier. They are. Like, that's what I was trying to say. Like, when people say that I love Halo 5 more than I like Halo Infinite, some people thought that I was shitting on Halo Infinite. No, I've always said, because there was so many of the people that was the content creators that was hating on Halo 5. I think a lot of us know the real reason why they were hating on Halo 5. I'm not gonna that crowd that keeps saying everything is woke, but I said this a million times. For 343 to bring out a game that blended the nostalgia of Halo, of the old Halos, of Bungie's Halos, with 343 style of Halo, is mad genius, is absolutely god tier development. Like, that's like when you play Halo Infinite, you feel the nostalgia of the old way. Plus, you got the stuff that the newer fans of Halo, of the later Halo 343 Halos have. Like, that is incredible work from 343. They don't get enough credit for that. But the thing to me was that, like, how can it not, like, why can't Halo 5's gameplay coexist with what Halo Infinite is doing? Like, my whole thing was like, hold up, let Sleeping Dogs lie with the old nostalgia way of Halo with the Master Chief Collection. That's my thing. Like, none of these kids is gonna go back to that. None of these younger gamers, nobody wants that. Only the old heads want that. There might be a few, but the reality of it is that, like, what's the numbers between Halo Infinite and the numbers between Master Chief Collection? Now, it could be Master Chief Collection might have more because there's so much more content. The one problem with Master Chief with Infinite, now I haven't played Infinite in a while. I've seen that they had another another pack that I'm going to have to turn on and get busy on it. But the one problem with me was like the weapons. Like, yeah, can we? And I know that they got to do the balancing and all that, but man, it's just not enough weapons in Halo Infinite. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, right. Like, you got people that's talking about we don't want. Viper said, Halo 5. Yeah, those same people. That's we now know. Fahim, college is dope, man. That's why you're seeing the gameplay. It's dope. That's why I was just like, let y'all look at the gameplay and let y'all judge for yourself. I know that I see a lot of people that's just trying to shit on it, talk about the bugs and things of that nature. And I'm like, listen, I see a couple of things here and there, but not to the degree. And again, it's a game that's got a lot of things going on. So there's always going to be bugs in this stuff, but the game runs fantastic, plays well, looks good, all that. But anyway, Richilli was like, he said, I remember the hate messages I got because I sprinted so much and used the Sparta charge. This is Halo 5. He should just go play. Yes. Yeah, bro. Man, when I did that, my thing was the ground pound. You know what I'm saying? Pause. I loved it. Now, I can't co-sign what you were talking about. The Halo 5 campaign was crap. It was not. It was good. It was good. It was good. Was it the best? No. But was it the best Halo? Listen, if people can sit there and clamor and go crazy over ODST was the worst Halo story. I got Halo 4 up there with Halo 2. I wasn't the biggest fan of Halo 3 story. I liked it, but I thought like it ended and it was supposed to be done. And then Halo 4 story came out and then just blew it away. And then like, and I know a lot of people love Halo 3 story, but it was not better than and I know I'm gonna get hate for this, but I liked Halo 5 story better than Halo 3. I can't think of the name of it. Reach. Reach is in my top 3. And I love the stuff that they did with Halo Infinite with the story, but it wasn't enough. Like you could tell that there was too many gaps in there, way too many gaps. So, Fahim said his friend called Master Chief a Power Ranger. Listen, Master Chief is Master Chief is a beast, but we need to let that big green old man sit back and let him rest for a little while, man. Like let's do more. You never finished ODST? ODST was okay. I mean, I know it was, an expansion. I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, but when people would try to tell me ODST was so much better, no, it was not. And it was so ugly. Like that game did not age well at all. Reach, Halo 1, 2, and 3, they aged like, well, not the first Halo, but Halo 2, Halo 3, Reach, for those older games, they still held up. Now for looking at graphics today, Halo 4 and Halo 5 still holds up. You go and play Halo 5 story, and you look at that game, how that game looked and played, that game still holds up. But Halo 4 was a testament. Like that is one of those games that will go down in history as one of the is one of the best. Even today, you go and play Halo 4, brother, it holds up beautifully. So but go and finish ODST. It you know what I'm saying? It's not bad. There's never been a bad game. Even the twin shooter the Halo Strikers and those games aren't bad. Halo has never brought anything bad. Were there some things better than others and everybody's going to pick and choose what they feel? Yes, absolutely. But there's never been a bad Halo made. And that's the beauty of, regardless when Bungie had it, regardless now 343 have it. But the thing that I always will stay and remain worried about with Halo is that they should be exactly like the Warhammer series. Like, I mean, just think about, like, when you think about the Warhammer game that just came out last year. Imagine having that as a Halo game. Imagine a Halo. Oh my God! Like I said, like Helldivers 2. Imagine a Halo game like that. Then when you got Halo games that's all like that, plus you got Halo Wars, plus you got, there was the Halo RPG. What? You got all this great lore and all these great characters. You can sit back and do all that, and then you can bring Chief in, and it's gonna feel fresh. I see which it sounds like they're doing a reboot of Evolved. Okay, I mean, I'm gonna play it, of course. I'm gonna enjoy it because I love Halo. But but Halo is just like Gears to me. Is just set back and did it right. Like, they took their time. They aged out. They aged out. Now I know they're gonna do E-Day, which that's fine. If you want to do prequels to bring to, like, that's cool. But see, what I'm hearing also is that, like, there's all different types of conflicting rumors. Like, there's one rumor that's saying that there's going to be a reboot of Halo, of the first Halo, which, okay, that's fine, whatever. Yeah. But then there's also supposed to be a continuation of Halo Infinite. Like, it's going to follow the story. So if it's following Halo Infinite, it's going to be following Halo 5 story. And you can't just keep chipping away from what Halo 5 did, because some of the characters came from Halo 5 and Halo Wars. Like, Halo 5, and if you played Halo Wars 2, those are connected to the gate. And that story is absolutely, and you cannot have Halo 5. I mean, you cannot have oh my goodness, why I can't think of his name now. The big bad brute to Atriox. You cannot have Atriox without Halo 5. You cannot have it. Everything is tied in. So you can't sit. So, like, when I don't know. There was so much possibility for Halo Infinite. And like I said, I love the whole new dynamic that they did with the boss fights, with the direction with the open world, but it felt so and I ain't gonna say dry, because it wasn't dry, but it just wasn't enough. It just was. You could tell that there was too many cuts there. There wasn't enough secret stuff there. There was a little bit of half-assing on telling the lore of some of the characters that was missing, that people wanted to know more about. Like, no. I love Halo Infinite, but there was a lot of missing out of Halo Infinite. But like I said, I enjoyed it. Like, there's not a Halo game that I have not enjoyed. Even ODST, I found myself enjoying that one, but that's the worst Halo for me. Yeah, gameplay on Halo 5 was absolutely on point. Like, it's almost sacrilegious that there is no proper war zone. That should be normal. That should be normal on every Halo going forward. Warzone should have been, I don't know. They had it. 343 had the best modes. That combat was fire. The man, there was nothing as fun as having like, it's great to sit there and have the shootout and the way that you do the back and forth with Halo. That's what makes Halo special. But when you had those other elements, and then, like, people would sit there and do the dash and go around, and then I'm like, where are you at? I don't even know where you are. And if somebody did a dash, got out of there, got an invisible thing or whatever, nope, I'm jumping up somewhere, and my ass is ready to see where you are. And knowing that you're close to probably assassinate me or something like that, I'm going to jump up in the air, wait, hold the ground pound as long as I can, and come right down. And when I see him glowing, bop, 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 the pistol right to the head. Got your ass. Oof. But then, like, when you're doing the shoulder block and y'all both do it at the same time, y'all bounce back and y'all both shoot. Oh my God, I love Halo 5. Oh, I love Halo 5. Anyway, so anyway, that's my whole point about that. I just think about, see, that's the thing about game preservation. See, those games are available to play online. Try it out. What up with ya, Monty? What's happening? You said Kate's story was kind of boring. No. I thought Kate's story was cool, bro. I don't know. Like, I really did enjoy a Gears 5. Man, like, I don't know. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm cool with the nostalgia, but I'm not cool with how people just, they act like they can't accept anything new. Like, I mean, like, I don't know. DJ Berto Dot said that sounds like Halo 5 brother. That is exactly how it is. That's exactly how Halo 5 sounds. Boy, you know how that is. You know how that is. Boy, I love Halo 5. Boy, I tell you. Yeah, Halo 5 is, I had dreams about Halo 5. I loved how much playing that game so much. Oh, who said that? You think that Halo 5 had the best graphics in the franchise? I don't. Halo 4 holds that down. Halo 4 to me is the best, has the best graphics. I don't know. Like I just said, like they gave Xbox gamers what they wanted by giving, they knew that they couldn't go back to the old tired, slow, just, RoboCop moving way. These are super soldiers. You know what I'm saying? If you can't run around and jump and all that in your suit, what's the purpose of what's the point of you being a super soldier? Like, what are we talking about? I don't know. Whatever. So yeah, I'm going to look forward to whatever they do with Halo, but it is all types of conflicting reports. I don't know. I'll just wait and see until the game comes out. And then it's whatever. I just know that I need to jump back on some Halo Infinite. So, I'll do that at some point. It's just that, I don't put it in the same category as Battlefield 2042, but I don't play Halo Infinite like I did other Halos. Like, like that I was able to play online at that time. Like I never really played Halo 3 online or Reach. Because like I said, I wasn't playing online like that back then. Now I did do a lot of LAN parties with Halo 1 through 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and then I guess I did play LAN parties with Halo 3. So I did play LAN parties with Halo 3. I never really put enough time into Reach online or like once Xbox Live was already kicked in and people was playing online. It was LAN parties. I was still in that PlayStation phase because and then like when I had the Dreamcast and the online in my state was garbage. So like the Dreamcast, like trying to play a game online was awful. So it was just local or it was like, I'm saying a lot of couch co-op, or it was the arcades or something else. But it wasn't like online was a main thing for me until like really late into it was like I said, it was almost, I think it was a year before the Xbox One came out when I really started playing games online. So a year or two, I think it was a year, because I was even late to playing Call of Duty, Modern Warfare. Like my homeboy had it, and I would go over there and play, and his online was real good. But I mean, I didn't have that type of online, so at that point, and so I would jump there, and I was like, oh, this is dope, and so I would like, okay, all right. So then I eventually got AT&T high speed, and then I sit there and then I really started getting started with it. But that's what I'm saying. Like it was the Xbox One was already being announced, I believe. Like it's a year and a half at the most, I'm thinking. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let me see what else. Let me read this. He said, I felt the story of all Gears were mid, but it did the job to send me to fight enemies. Man, no, I thought Gears 2 and 3 were great. Gears 1 had me feeling like I couldn't mess with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was like, I don't even want to be in this world. Go back, playing Gears 2. I'm like, what is happening here? This is nuts. That's always the one thing that I sat there and played was like, yo, what is happening here? This world is crazy. And Gears 3 was real fun. Gears 2 was incredible. Now, I did not like the beginning of Gears 4 with the whole DBs thing. I didn't have a problem with the DBs, but I just didn't understand that. It was beautiful, with the tornado and all that. But then it got down to, getting into the story deeper, and then of course get past it and play it and get it done. And then Gears 5 was incredible. I thought Gears 5 was real fun. Um, I do. I would like to. We'll see. Well, we're getting E-Day, so I don't know when we'll get an actual true sequel to 5. But I am looking forward to seeing what that outcome comes out to Gears 5. So, and I'm actually kind of intrigued to go and play Reloaded, because I didn't really get down on Gears 1 like that. Like, well, especially online. Like, I could not. I didn't even know. I didn't even play online Gears Online. I didn't start playing the online of Gears until when it dropped on Xbox One, the Ultimate, and I I was like, well, I'm lying because I played Gears 3 online and I got cooked, and then I never went back. And then I got then I really got serious and wanted to play it. When Gears Ultimate came out, and I'm like, all right, and I still got cooked, and I was like, okay, I'll come back, and I played a lot of Gears 5 online because I felt like that was more my style. Like I liked that, like like I had a chance to kill people better with lancers and other ways than like the traditional bouncing on the walls and stuff like that. So I don't know. I've never really been really good at Gears online. So, but I'll play it. I gotten better. But I used to be ass trash. I used to be a trash. What did Rain say? Trash can water in Gears. I mean, awful. They would seek me out, and I would try to hide. I was so bad. I was like, oh my God, this is not Halo. I am not in Halo land anymore. Let's see. He says I have to check Gears 4 or 5 after finishing Judgment. I don't have nostalgia for the game because I just finished 10 days ago. Okay. I loved Gears. I loved Gears story. I just, I'm saying, the multiplayer has always been challenging to me. But like I said, I got better. Like me and Don used to get down on it. And then every time that Don would bring it up, I'm like, all right, cool. Cause I know how much he loved Gears. So how much he loves Gears. And so I'm like, man, always, we playing Halo. So let's play some Gears. So I got to go back into playing more Gears. So if Reloaded is real cool, then I'll get back on there and try to play. Cause it is a good solid multiplayer for sure. Husky said, I think I might go and do a playthrough of the Gears series once you finish Reloaded. You know what? That wouldn't be a bad idea. Because they have co-op. So, and like I said, Judgment, I know nothing about Judgment except I played it for a few minutes. I own it. I played it. I never beat it. So I never beat it. Never played the online on it. Just people talk so bad about Judgment. I just know the lore because from what people told me, but I don't know. Anyway, what's going on with your next phase? Next phase. He says Halo 5 had the best graphics. Play it on the Series X. Okay, Halo Infinite has the best graphics, but Halo has the best looking set pieces. You're absolutely right. I say when you play Halo Infinite, because I like playing it on my PC. So, because I'm only be to just have more space. Halo Infinite is gorgeous. It is gorgeous, and I want to go back because I never played when I beat Halo Infinite on where I beat Halo Infinite on Xbox. I never played the story mode on my PC. I definitely I started it and then I said I'm going to come back to it. I want to see how that game looks. That game is gorgeous, man. It is a gorgeous game. It is beautiful. So I can agree with that. I still think Halo 4 holds up better. Which, you know what? I need to play Halo 4 on the Master Chief Collection on my PC just to see if just to see. But you're right. Yeah, the set pieces and everything is much better. I love Chief's suit. I loved the way that Team Osiris looked. Everybody in Team Osiris looked tough. I thought that Blue Team looked solid. Man, come on, man. You gonna make me pop in. And it's a travesty that we don't have Halo 5 on in the Master Chief Collection or on PC. And there's no way for them to make that. That's just too many resources, and that would be taken away from Halo Infinite and things like that. So that dream will never happen, and that sucks. Judgment is different from other games. Yeah, I know that part. It said it feels smaller budget. Yeah, because people can fly made it. It says I can see people dissatisfied with it. Yeah. Next phase said level. Oh yeah. Oh, that level was so insane, man. Oh, that level was so dope. Next phase, that whole thing, and especially at the end where Loke Loke is I said Locke was when he saved Buck, and then that whole sequence of when they were leaving, and you're gonna make me play Halo 5 again. You're gonna make me go back and play the story. I'm gonna jump in and play the story again. Richie said Halo 5 PC at 240 hertz. My God, that would be insane. Man, could you understand? Man. Oh, what could have been? What could have been? So, but yeah, no, you're right. It looks great on Series X. It looks fantastic. And it never failed. Anytime that me and Don went to go play Halo 5, and Big Bad Mother used to come in and play with us all the time. That was his thing, boy. Like we knew that when Big Bad Mother came in, we was gonna whoop ass, because man, yeah, Don and One Bad Mother, but I said Big Bad Mother, but One Bad Mother, boy, them boys cooked. I'm over here sitting here doing my thing, but boy, them boys cooked. And then if we sit there and we had them, and then Lemon would come in, and we would cook. Oh, I miss the days, golly. Anyway, but every time that we would stream Halo 5, there would always be somebody like, what game is this? What is this? Did this just come out? I'm like, no, this is Halo 5. That's a Halo game? And what? Like, it blew my mind that there was people that just talk shit about the game and didn't know nothing about it. Like, it blew my mind. It literally did. So anyway, I might have to do another playthrough. I just got to. Maybe every couple of years, I just pop in Halo 5, started from the get, and if people see me streaming and want to hop in with me to play it, let's do it. Let's do it. So like let's just do that. You know what I'm saying? We talked about Crackdown, we talked about Anthem. I'd say a little Halo 5, maybe some other older Halos if you want to. That's fine with me too. Some Gears. Just whatever. Like I'm with it. But I really want to play some more Crackdown online. I really did enjoy it. It's so fun to play. It is so different. It's so different than playing anything, all the other stuff that we have played. It's just, and then just seeing that what the vision of it was, and all the destruction within the game, like it's just maddening fun. It is so mad fun. So DJ Birdo Das, hit me up. Like I said, guys, hit me up. Anyway, all right, I've rambled enough. I've hit the 2-hour mark just about. But thank you guys for coming and checking me out. I'm contemplating. I probably won't, but for sure, if I don't do Fight Night tonight to show off Faka Room, I will be doing it I will be doing Fight Night Thursday night. So come and check it out. I want to see how Faka Room plays. I don't, you know what I'm saying, I haven't got a chance to even see him in action yet. So looking forward to that. And then the return of the GRG podcast Friday night. Oh my God. These fools has asked me to bring this stuff back. I cannot believe it. Anyway, so we're back. And hope you guys will come and check us out and all that. So anyway, I'm finna continue to keep working and trying to hone in my craft on college football 26 before me and Husky get started and we get down. So Yes, DJ Berto Das. GRG Friday is returning. It's only once a month. It's not every week, but it's once a month. So the 11th, we are back. So hope you guys will come and check us out. So it is now upon us. And Husky, I'm over here. Like I said, I'm ready. I will be ready to get down. So, and I see Next Phase says, speaking of games, he says that looks fantastic on PC. Oh my god, Starfield looks gorgeous on PC. Like it kind of throws you off because you're saying, yeah, this game has that old kind of Skyrim kind of vibe to it a little bit, or that older type of aesthetic in a sense, like and then you just look at it and like you get caught up. Like there will just a planet that don't have anything on it. It's just like on the moon. And then you look and you see the background, and it might not be nothing there but a few like little places to go to like places where outlaws and stuff is or whatever. But then you look at the background, or if you're setting, you're going somewhere and the sunset is coming up, or just like the biomes in that game is just insane. Yeah, Starfield is special. Starfield is very special. So yeah, but anyway, maybe that's something that we can talk about at some point, maybe on another. My thoughts is just talking about and listening to you guys and what your thoughts on some of the classic games or games that's out that just blows your mind graphically. One game also comes to my mind before I leave is Red Dead 2. Like that game still holds up today, insanely. I always loved Cyberpunk 2077. And man, seeing that and how much and you know what's crazy? I lost my mind playing Cyberpunk 2077, but I have not played the DLC yet. Bought it day one, but have not played the DLC yet. So that's how much the backlog is gotten out of hand. So I gotta play that because there was at that point there was no game that was like, this is why I love CD Projekt Red the way that I do. Like CD Projekt Red they just know how to get me wrapped up into their games, man. So I'm just, man. So I got to go back and I got to finish that. But anyway, so yeah, that's something that we can discuss when I do another my thoughts. So I will see you guys Thursday. Hope you guys have a good, safe day. Julie said, No Man's Sky is better. No Man's Sky is on Game Pass too. You know what? I got No Man's Sky. Sir X-Man was one people to play with him, pause, and play that game with him. And so I said, and so he got it for me. He gifted it for me. And so we played twice, and then we never went back and played it again. So I mean, it is a good game. I know it's way better. Excuse me. It's way better than when that got. I mean, that was what, like 2020, like 2019 or something like that when Sir X-Man gifted it to me. So I haven't played it since then. So that was the last time I played it. But yeah, I've seen the potential in it. I just ain't played it, but only those 2 times. So yeah, next. And see, you know, that's another game too, is Diablo. I started on Oblivion. I never played Oblivion until I started it when it first launched, and I was like, oh, this is crazy. This is nuts. And so I was enjoying it, and then Expedition 33 happened, and that's why it's where it's at. And yeah, Diablo, I went ham on Diablo too. Like me, and I would hop in and play with the Blue. I even played with PTK Blam for a little bit. Oh my goodness. And I bought that DLC. I haven't even seen it. I don't even know what's going on. And I got really invested into the story. I thought that whole thing was crazy how that ended. So I was looking forward to the DLC, seeing what was going to happen to that girl. Like, I'm like, bro, bro, you better get rid of that crystal. But anyway, so anyway, I really did like Diablo. So I definitely understand why you locked up in that. Really good stuff. And then I also got my daughter's father-in-law, he's real big on those type of games, and he and I played oh my god, Path of the Exile, the first one. Really enjoyed it. Try to give me a copy of the second one, like the demo copy or whatever, like for like you give to a friend, but it was already used. So it'll be something like that. Then I got Ham Solo that wants me to play Doom, Awakening. Like it's so, like I said, there's too much to be worrying about, talking about people's pockets and worrying about the value of Game Pass when there's so many other things to be playing. I mean that's crazy. Like there's value everywhere. And through Game Pass, there's games on sale. If you don't like Game Pass, but stop hating on people with game that enjoy to play games on Game Pass. Like people are paying. It's not free. People are paying into the service. You know what I'm saying? It generates $370 some million a month. That means people are paying for it. So anyway, all right. Enough of the rant. I will see you guys later, man. Everybody, thank you for coming through. Thanks for the super chats. I really do appreciate that too as well. And get ready for me doing another thoughts in Fight Night Thursday, and then GRG returns Friday night. Thank you guys. Have a blessed one. Peace.